The manual's very good, very clear for this kind of model. It's not a first modeller's model, so there is quite a bit left to the builder's imagination, let's say, or thoughts, but at the end of the day, very nice instruction, very clear instruction. And you've got the pictorial part, and you've also got the written part, so it's quite there's only a few pages really, but as I say, this isn't for a beginner, it's for a most experienced modeler. Okay, this is the 2-meter wing. It's a one-piece wing, fully carbon fibre, to withstand its high G's that it'll be put under. It's quite a fast model, with it being a hotliner. I do like the colour schemes as well. Black and green's my favourite, it's quite visible, and this will be with the white tips. You can see in the servo mounting points here the carbon cloth that they've used. So very strong model. This is the upper side of the wing. Again, nice colour scheme, just that little bit of a white tip to help break it all up. It's a very nice looking wing, very strong. You could sit on it, but I don't think I'll test that, but it's strong enough, I believe. So what we're going to start with first is the wing, because I like to always build a wing first. If you're building the wing first, I think it just gets you into the mood of the model. Okay, I've made the servo mounts. I like to make my own as opposed to bought off-the-shelf items. I always use a base of ply. It's quite thin. Excuse me, it's quite thin, but it has put a it puts another millimetre onto the thickness, so but I'd prefer to do it this way and have the wings, the servos just protruding above the wing surface a little bit, because I just find it's the joint with epoxy and the wood into the well, it just helps it be more secure. And I make from the ply, I make the frame out of a bit thicker ply. This is 2 layers of this, and then the frames are like this. You can see now it's got one full base, so you can glue this to the upper surface of the wing, and it's very nicely supported in the frame. So, and then they go quite easily into the wings. I'll first of all, before finishing everything and putting them into glue, I'll just make sure everything's working in the right, so I'll leave it in that position and ensure that everything's working in the correct direction that we need, just to save having to take the servo back out. I know it's screwed onto the wooden frame and easy to take out, but I like to get it sorted before I put them in. So I've got, as you can see here, I've done all 4 now. They are handed for the wing. So basically that's how they'll look. They still want a little bit of trimming up the frame just to make it easier to fit in into the recess without cutting anything of the wing away. But it's tight, but they will go. So, but I'll leave them in that position until I've done the trial of the center points and everything. Okay. Okay, I've just made a bit more progression, let's say, and I've now run all the wiring through the wing. So the wiring loom's complete, each servo's ready down the wing. You can see each one set with the right cable length. Fitted the horn, sanded down the to help with the glue to key on all 4 ports. So the next stage now is to glue the servos in place. Okay, put a thin layer of glue to each side, a bit roughly spread at the moment because I'll just work it in to get the minimum amount of glue on the joint and the best glued surface. Minimum glue's the best, so hopefully be able to squeeze it all out. There's not too much there anyway. So okay, as you can see now, I've glued everything in place and I'm just letting the glue set now. Got weights on there to help hold them in position and get a good seal between the or a good bond between the wing and the wooden frame. Key things here are to make sure your horns are square and just keep manipulating until the glue's set basically, or it doesn't move anymore. This one's quite nice, but it looks like the other one is a little bit out of line, so I'll just adjust that one a little bit before the glue sets anymore. So that'll be left now for about 15-20 minutes, and then it'll be taken somewhere warm to cure overnight. Workshop's quite cold at the moment. It's only 8 degrees here in the UK, so as I'm sure we all are seeing price rise in energy. I've got a heater on, but only a frost protection, not to keep it warm this year. You'll notice as well on the end of here I put colour tie wraps. I use that just to make sure when I come to do the connection that it's correct wire going to the correct place. So one will be ailerons, one will be flaps. So let's say blue aileron, right, yellow maybe. I've written it down. So yellow's flat one, green is aileron 1, blue is flap 2, and red is aileron 6.